Hello friends, Robert here for Diverse Opals. Welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. Earlier this year, maybe late last year, we had the opportunity to look at a piece of Lambina opal, and we're looking at another one today. This one has come from the same source, come from my friend Murray Willis from Australian Opal Mines. The one we did previously was a lot smaller than this one. This one I think weighs approximately 10 plus grams. And under the instruction of Murray, I've been asked to clean this up, do it as a carving. You can see some dirt here and here. There's also a fracture that runs around here and runs around here, but it doesn't seem as if it's connected to anywhere. It just seems like it's fractured. It may have been hit with a pick or bulldozer. And in due course, this may come off. Stick with us, and hopefully we will have something spectacular to show you at the end. So to get through this dirt, I'm going to be using this is a super coarse diamond. I want to get this through this fairly quickly, and then we'll move on to finer grades. If you have need of sintered diamond burrs, we do supply them. In the video description, you'll find these listed there. So I'm using an Artus 2000 high-speed motor. It's a bit like a Dremel. Let's get started on this. Okay, so we've cleaned off the majority of dirt on this. You can see it looks a little bit different. We can see that in these darker areas here, the colour is a lot richer. And so I'm thinking that if we start to remove these white areas, these light areas, as to what sort of results we'll get. We can see the colour is a lot richer here on this end, but I think we'll continue just to carefully remove the lighter areas first. And see how it looks as a balanced overall look on the surface, and then make informed decisions about what we'll do as to getting down to the darker areas. Okay, I've finished with our coarse grade of sintered diamond burr, and as you can see, we've got a very beautiful stone. From here we will go to, I'm going to be using next a European grade of 325-400 grit. I like this particular grading. It's a lot finer, a lot more accurate, and I'm hoping to smooth out the bumps and lumps that have come from the coarser grades. Well, we finished with the 325-400 grit sintered diamond burr, European, and I'm very happy. I like the way the burr actually cuts. It's very smooth. It's not too fine. It cuts very nicely. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to a 600-400 European grade sintered diamond burr, and I'm actually going to use some of this. To use it as a lubricant. I'm looking for a very fine finish. It'll probably slow down the cutting process a little bit, but I'm hopeful of getting a really nice finish prior to our polish and pre-polish stage. In using the Vaseline or the petroleum jelly, it will actually help to reduce dust as well. I've only thought about using it this time with the finest grade of sintered diamond burr, but you may be able to use it with all your grades of actual grinding if you're going to work without water. Well, I finished with my European grade 600-800 sintered diamond burr. I'm actually quite happy with the way it looks. The surface looks a bit different. That's because I've already put the petroleum jelly on for the next stage, a medium grade rubber abrasive, and this stage helps to iron out all of the bumps and lumps that it may have been left by all the other stages, which are harder burrs. This is a softer burr. We're at the stage now where we need to make sure of cleanliness in between grades. This is a dedicated 1200 grit block, and we'll be using our own brand of diamond paste, 1200 grit. You'll have to excuse the background noise. We've got some rain here. Apology for that. These stages of from here on out, you're going to need to make sure that the stone is clean, and make sure your fingers are clean, because you can transfer contamination from one grade to another quite easily. So make sure that between the stages you're in fact cleaning each grade. So I'm going to apply the 1200 now. The amount that I would normally put on is about the size of a match head or a rice grain, and from here, if your finger is clean, you can just apply it around the surface of the stone. In this particular case, I'm going to be using a cylindrical one. You can use a point, you can use a ball. It depends on what shapes you have available and what shapes you'd like to use. We work from one corner to the other, and because this coating helps us see where we've come from and where we're going to. So you don't need any other lubricant. The lubricant is actually in the diamond paste, so no water is required to be added. And just systematically work with a mild pressure. Don't need a lot of pressure. Hopefully your machine has enough torque. Well, we're back from the workshop, and this has been an interesting cut. You know, I've been in this business for 46 years in the opal industry, and you'll remember as an opal dealer or cutter all the memorable stones that you've ever seen or have passed through your hands, and I'd have to say this is actually one of them. I want to thank Mr. Murray Willis from Australian Opal Mines for the opportunity to cut this beautiful stone. It has been quite a revelation for me to see this transform from the piece of rough that originally came to me. And for those of you who are thinking of carving, just keep in mind the time that can be spent on something like this. This took 7 hours to get to this result. And if you really want that high finish, that high luster, you have to be prepared to put in the time. So thank you for watching, and I want to thank Murray once again for this opportunity. If you have any interest in this piece, I suggest you contact Murray, and you can follow the link underneath in the description area underneath the video. I'm Robert for Diverse Opals. Thank you for watching.